Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a faithful follower of Christ. I'm addicted to sugar, flour, and binging. And there's been something on my mind I wanted to chat about. Not a big, huge deal, but let's check this off while I take a break from folding laundry. So today is September 13th. I'm still making my way through September with my Septembers, Timber. The great fall of sugar, flour, and binging. Timber! Can you hear it crashing down? People, it's going down. This is my old home. It looks like a haunted house. It looks like the Addams Family. I have people come in my house and they're like, oh wow, your house looks a lot nicer on the inside than what? People? Then what? So anyways, I'm teasing. My house really is old, 1829, and hopefully in a couple months that brown siding will be replaced with white board and batten. I will show you. Beautiful night. There is, this is my front yard under construction. This is a brand new porch. Pretty little stone porch. Lots more to add. There will be a big beam there, and we will use original hardwood floors to be the ceiling of the porch. And anyways, there's one of my kids out there on a tractor taking care of our little bottle calves. Of course, they don't get bottles anymore, but that's what those are. Okay, let's get to this. So, what is Brightline eating? And, excuse me, I should say what Brightline eating is and what it isn't and what it is not. There's the sun shining. I made it move or face this way maybe. Sorry, you guys. Let me get myself situated. What it is a way to manage. It is not a cure. And it's been on my heart to share this because I've heard people get frustrated with it, like, well, I still struggle with binging. Well, I put contacts in my face every single day, and at night when I take them out, I'm still blind as a bat. It's not a cure. It is a way to manage. It is our medicine that we can choose or not choose to take every day. And I choose to take it. And I have, there's been some trial and error over 20 years. I have, over 20 years, so my weight went up and down like everybody's does in high school, I guess. Not everybody, but mine did. 10 pounds here or there. I had no idea what I was doing. I can remember packing when it would go up a little bit and I was uncomfortable. I remember packing very, very little for lunch, trying to starve my way thin. And then I also remember acting real silly with my friends and going and getting, we had fun. We ate a lot. One of my best friend, I would say, are you hungry? She'd say no, but I could eat. And I'm like, let's go. That's all I needed to hear. We were blown away when we were 17, 16-year-old kids. And we went to Taco Bell, and between the two of us back in the day, we spent $14. And we were like, whoa, $14. I remember it was $14 in the 1990s. And we were like, oh my goodness, $14 for just two people. And we were like, woohoo, a party time. So, I was clearly had issues with eating. I had a lot of fun eating. I remember we also all went to a restaurant, and my group of friends, half of them were on the soccer team with me. I wasn't exactly an athlete. I got MVP my senior year. And then the award said most valuable personality. I think they kept me on the team just because maybe they would have felt guilty kicking me off. I don't know. Anyways, we just had fun. We had fun. We went to a restaurant once and did the burritos as big as your head contest. If you eat the whole thing, then you win a free t-shirt. And it was rough because they put a head of lettuce, a whole head of lettuce on every burrito. I thought that was unfair, and you had to eat all the lettuce too. I remember we were walking around the restaurant trying to keep that stuff down. And then afterwards, my friend had to go from there to be a lifeguard at a pool and sit in the hot sun. That did not go well. So I also remember some interesting, strange behaviors that in high school I didn't understand. And now looking back, I can see what I was doing, especially after having the trouble that I've had mentally with chemical imbalances, or one in particular, not a multitude of imbalances, but I can remember very clearly, very distinctly in high school, getting together with my friends. They would typically meet at my house. I guess my house was kind of a central location right there. The interstate was near. They would all meet at my house, and you know, I'm sort of this like 50-50 extrovert introvert, and I would get sort of nervous about everybody coming over and hoping that the night would be fun and hoping that I would be like on and like funny. And what I realize now is that here's what I would do. We were getting ready to go out to dinner, but I would time it, and this was so subconscious. I would time a little mini binge right before they got there, and I thought it was so strange that I was stuffing myself right before we were getting ready to go out to dinner. And I never could put that together, but now I see that I had social anxiety and I wanted to get high. I wanted the sugar and flour to just wake me up, give me a boost, get me over that slump, because it was probably late in the evening and I was probably at school all day long and I was probably exhausted like a lot of teenagers are. But I would binge. I would take a Lay's potato chip bag and eat all of it, the whole thing. I would just stuff myself right before they got there, and then probably feel pretty relaxed and pretty great and ready to go have fun with them. But I always thought that was interesting. And yes, I was a hungry teenager, but I did that enough to notice this is an odd behavior. And now I can look back and see that I was dealing with anxiety, social anxiety, and then also changing the chemicals in my brain. The sugar and the flour are drugs, and they do have an effect on our chemistry, our brain chemistry. They are uppers. They are uppers. I went on after high school to use those uppers to get me through a lot of schooling and a lot of newborn babies. And I packed on 100 pounds. So when I say that I have done the research, and this is the best possible way I've ever even, there's not a close second. If I had to pick one, I'd say LA Weight Loss, because they had you eat at each meal a protein and a fruit and this and that. They had you eat from the categories. They also had you buy their $2 chocolate bars. That happens a lot, you guys. Red flag when someone says, don't eat sugar and flour. Don't eat their sugar and flour. Eat our sugar and flour. There's something magical about our sugar and flour. No, don't buy it literally or figuratively. So, not even a close second. I'm totally at peace. Will I do Bright Line eating forever? Only God knows, right? I might. I could kind of see me being 95 years old saying, you know, somebody get me 6 ounces of carrots. I don't know. So far, so good. And I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary with Bright Line Eating. So October 24th will be my 2-year. So Bright Line Eating is not a cure. When we think cures, that's a one-time fix it and we're done. So think of 2 categories. Something in that category of like a one-time, it's fixed, it's done, you don't deal with it again. Well, that would be like surgery. That would be like somebody help me out here. Something that you just do once and you're cured, you're done. I'm really not coming up with many, but in the maintenance category. So there's like, do it once and you're done and you're cured. Any type of cured disease, anything that can be cured. Over here in the other category would be things that we maintain. So we maintain our hygiene. You know, I cannot expect to brush my teeth once and then I'm good. It's something I do every single day, and when I don't do it, there's a problem. Put my contacts in every single day. You know, getting a haircut every once in a while. It's not one and done. And the frustration that I hear with bright line eating, I think, is people seeing it, just sort of seeing it the wrong way, seeing it as, you know, I want my binging to be cured. Well, binging is behavioral, and addiction, I like to think of it as an active problem that requires an active solution. So because it's behavioral, we have to change our behavior, and we can't just do that once. This is something we've got to do every single day, and I totally surrender to that. It's clear to me that this is something that I can use. It's a tool to manage. It's not a permanent fixture, okay? So it's not, let's just think metal here for a second. This is not a metal rod in my hip that took care of my hip. This is a hammer. It's external, and I can pick it up and use it, and it'll make my life a lot easier. Or I can set it down and try to somehow figure out how to get those nails in the wall without it. It's a way to manage. It's a way to manage this addictive brain of mine. It's a way for all of us to manage. And that's what I want to share. Bright line eating. Now, I have videos. If you go to my videos and you put them in order of like oldest to newest, or if you put them in order of like most popular, my bright line eating 1 year update, and then my original bright line eating video, Mother's Day of 2020, it must have been, yes, I believe. I say bright line eating is how I'm losing weight. I go into much detail there about what are the details of bright line eating. But for this video, I just want to share that it's healthy to keep things in the proper perspective, because when we see them clearly, we can appreciate them for what they are. And bright line eating is a way to manage daily. It is not a cure for some of the issues that we have with eating. So I hope that helps. You guys, I love you. I'm going to hop up off of the ground. I'm sitting here, and let me show you what just blocked the sun for me. What is that thing called? A boxwood that used to be there, and then we put them here while they built our porch. Maybe someday we'll transplant them back over there. Anyways, you guys, that's it. I'm happy to share what bright line eating is and what it is not. At least the way I see it. That's been my experience. You may have a different experience. And again, you know, I've said this before. If God wanted to, He could take this from me. He could cure it for sure. But 2 Corinthians 12:8, I've said it before. Paul asks God to take the thorns from his flesh, and God doesn't. And then in the next verse, Paul says, it's in our weakness that His strength is shown. So I am grateful for this thorn in my flesh. I truly am. It is why I'm making this video right now. It's why I'm outside right now. It's how I've connected with you guys. And that's it for now. I love y'all dearly. We'll talk again soon.